not, we're doing it. I have to keep this up to remember to hit that button. That stupid button. We'll start another stream. Okay. Camera, we don't need the camera. Put this stuff away. Alright. Roll an intro. Can we? A live intro? Are we back? We're back! Yay. Okay. So, number one, we've got a janky, real janky mic set up. No lav mic, as you can see. We've got to use the shotgun mic off of my camera. The lav mic died. We can still keep this wireless, but why? I mean, we just have to move it around, but like, yeah, I mean, real goofy setup. I would just need to go from here down to the transmitter pack. But doing it this way, actually, it lets me get rid of that staticky hiss sound. Anyhow, let's jump back over onto here for a moment. I saw a comment. Actually, can we go to the screen? NB. Let's just look at the comments, pull it up quick. Okay. Comments I haven't responded to. So there was. Is this the video? Published. We're going to pull up the video on YouTube, but we're going to pause it. It should be paused.
The whole media thing
and it's
all
not.
The storage space.
Dummy. Okay. Now that we have no sound. So here, there was some comments. I did respond, but specifically, Duong Yiwa Synergy. I butchered that name. Oh my. Duong Yiwa Synergy. Okay, so this one from 14 hours ago, and I missed one from 3 weeks ago. I said about it in my reply, but I think due to the length of it, it was possibly held for review. I had no idea. Okay, so I don't know, maybe they misread it, maybe somebody else gave it a thumbs down. I'm not sure entirely, but I wasn't talking about running a BIOS file from Windows. Obviously, if you have a corrupted BIOS on your computer, it's not going to boot. So let's come over here and take a look real quick. What I did, I don't know if we'll have the bandwidth to pull it up, but I have this computer here that is, it's an HP 15-F010DX notebook PC. HP 15. If we can get it on screen. Possibly. It's an HP 15, doesn't have the full number on top though, so no big deal. Going back to the screen, I downloaded the BIOS file. When you start the BIOS file on another computer, okay, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's hit cancel and start it up, just so we can show by example what exactly is going on. And hopefully this mic, from the testing that I did, compared to the old mic, it's going to have a bit of a hollow sound, but there's not going to be that static sound after everything that I say. So I got to find a new solution, either buy a better wireless transmitter receiver with a lavalier mic, or get a decent studio quality shotgun and do this setup. Anyhow, you know what I did? It should be, if I formatted it, and I did, no, desktop possibly. Okay, so here's the BIOS file. Normally you would double click this and run it. You can see here this HP firmware pack for an Intel processor version F42. Does it tell us about the computers supported other than the languages? No, just HP 15 supported models. It doesn't say anything about it, but it is, I got it from the product page for the HP 15-F 010. I have to look it up. Goodness. Okay, the F010DX notebook PC. We'll pull it up. It'll just kill the stream, but why not? So you can see we're not looking at the same computer if they're trying to show us that. Intel Core i3 4010, yep, that's it. So, software and drivers, and we'll re-download it. Oh, you dummy. I clicked the wrong button. Let's do this. We're going to go back one again. And is this going to take us right to our product page? Hopefully. Windows 10 64-bit BIOS. Let's just see. Curiosity's sake. Revision F42 revision A. We're going to download it and see what the file is. No thanks, we'll download this manually. We got it. We're going to bail the water out of our own boat on this one and hopefully not sink the ship. Give us the controls, Captain. We got it, Dad. Watch, this is a completely different file now. Okay, so sp92739.exe, sp92739.exe. We're going to cancel it. We have it here. Go ahead and run that. Gets the same window I just closed. We will hit next, I accept, next. And granted, I'm running this on the streaming computer. We're not running this on this HP laptop. Okay, we're running it over here on the actual computer, running this stream, recording the stream, what all the audio goes to. Okay, so here's our BIOS file. Next, you should get some options. You'll do that. Unless while clicking, I was just talking and not paying attention, which that happens. Okay, so we're going to hit next. We'll have a moment of not responding, more than likely. Went right through, okay. update is grayed out. We cannot click it. That's for running it. If the computer that the BIOS is actually for boots, you're in Windows, and you run it on that actual computer, the update is not going to be grayed out. Here, it's grayed out, so we can either copy all these files to a location or create a recovery USB flash drive. Now, the one commenter had said about he needs a ROM file .bin, so it's going to be a BIOS ROM file in the binary format .bin, less than 2 megabytes in size. I don't know if they exist. Okay, we'll go ahead and address that because I extracted all the BIOS files from that download here. Date modified 2/18/2020. I extracted them all just to take a look at it, and they're all roughly, of course it won't pop up, 8 megabytes in size. All the binary files or bin files. The .s12, I have no clue what those are. Probably some kind of config or setup, but yes, that 8 megs in size. There's the raw files. How I did that was actually with the HP System BIOS Update utility. Just you can copy them to a location. Maybe this is what you're looking for. Dwang Yiwa. I'm really butchering that, so Dwang, I guess we'll say, or just D-Synergy, this user here from 14 hours ago. Copy your files out, but get it for your computer. Don't get it for the HP 15-F010DX notebook PC. You're going to want your whatever model I worked on. If you said it was the same, the HP NV Recline. We're going to create a recovery USB. I do have a flash drive or USB drive plugged into my computer. So we'll give this a moment. It does do the not responding at some point. And eventually it will make it past this. We're just going to let it go. Okay, here is my HP flash drive. However, it is NTFS. We have the little warning: recovery flash drive needs 20 megabytes of free space and a compatible FAT file system. We're going to format it to wipe out the drive. We'll hit next. Formatting the flash drive. Now that we are compatible, it's going to copy our files over for us. And that should only take a moment to finish. Let that copy over. Not responding. Alright, and then you get your directions after it finishes copying. The recovery flash drive was created successfully to recover a device with the flash drive. Please follow these instructions. Power off the device to be recovered, which, even if you have a corrupt BIOS, your computer may still turn on. It may not, but it also may. So you're going to make sure it's turned off. After it's turned off, you're going to insert the flash drive into a USB port, power on the device. The device may reboot up to 3 times with the indicator lights on the keyboard flashing or the screen appearing blank for a short time. So I'm going to go ahead and hit finish on that. Cancel there because we don't want to run it anymore. Let's go back to OBS. Alright, so we have our USB we just made. We're going to go ahead and plug this in. Now, it may or may not boot up. You can hit the Windows plus B key, I believe, but the instructions tell you to just let it boot up. So, let's kill some more light here, try to get rid of as much as possible. We have our USB port, or USB for the BIOS recovery plugged in. We're going to power on our notebook and see what happens. Don't make fun of my screen with missing pixels. So the screen's going to stay blank. Most of the time it does. And we got it. I'm guessing this does not have a corrupted BIOS, and the BIOS version is current. So we're going to try the Windows plus B key. That is how you make your recovery drive. Let's see if we can get this to boot into the recovery for this. I don't know if it will, being it's the same BIOS version, but we will definitely try it. We're powered down. We're going to hold down Windows key plus B, I think. Let me check. Windows key plus B, is that what will boot? Or if it didn't need it, it didn't do anything. What are they telling us to do? Hold down the Windows key and the B key at the same time, then press and hold the power button for 2 to 3 seconds. So Windows key, B key, power button for 2 to 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Release power, keep holding Windows and B. And do we release that at any point? So our screen did flash and came on, flashed, or came on and flashed again. It went out, and we should be getting an HP logo if it did what it needed to or didn't do what it needed to. And our computer's booting again. And I'm saying this because we have the current BIOS on this one already. It's up to date, everything's good. So let's get these lights back on. We don't need that. Let's get this out of the way. How could I corrupt a BIOS? Try and do the update from Windows, and then what? Pull the battery on the computer partway through Google. You should try that. And while we get out one of our trusty black mats, we have a quick job to do. Get the light for our ever faithful Sony A5100 turned on. We're going to move on. Hopefully that was enough to get you on the right path to fixing your corrupted BIOS. This guy here, Greg, I saw the comment you made about you may have a slightly different model. HP Envy Touch Smart 23K110 or HP Envy 23 AIO K110. However they label it, I don't know. Just, yeah, contact me on social media or something. Any platform, like I said in the comment, it's going to be the same name. Messaging should be working. And we can try and figure out from there. There's quite a few things that can go wrong with those. And to type out a book in comments back and forth may take a while. Hopefully, I'm very curious. I would love to get the thing fixed, or not me fix it. Obviously, you get it fixed. That'd be great. You know, it's always good to see a computer revived versus scrapped or thrown away, anything like that. So I would check all the cables to make sure nothing got pinched or Need to ram out. Let's take it out anyhow. Just to make sure nothing has gotten pinched or partially unplugged. The power supply. There's quite a few things to check. But kind of got a due process of elimination. I don't know if that model has a removable power supply or not. What a nightmare. I hate some of these. They are stuck on there. Okay, we got it off. Got it off. Yeah, the one I had, it would run, and I can't remember the exact problem. That video was from a while ago, so it's definitely not fresh in my memory or what the issue was with it, but I know there was a wire that was shorting it. Oh, it would come on, he would use it, or then it would not come on later. I don't know what the deal was with it. I just know it would not come on at a certain point for him. So, and it ended up being one of the wires, I think, that I rerouted from one side of the computer to the back once the all-in-one computer was opened up. It had been pinched. Either somebody was in the computer, if I'm remembering correctly without going through the video, somebody was in that computer and had pinched the wire, like when they put the metal cover back on and pinched the wire, or just from the factory. It was pinched in just from moving it around and little bits of flexing, whatever. It eventually had pressed its way through the insulation, and there was a short. So, and that was the particular problem with that one. Look for that. It was a common thing. I've seen that to date, that exact problem with the insulation pinched on 3, maybe 4 other computers, so I don't know. Oh, I wanted to open up a restream. Why did I not? Well, that's fine. We'll close that. We'll just have the one open. We should be alright. None of those are screws. Yeah, let's turn this around so we can access the battery compartment slightly. I think, did we get this side? Yes. What are we looking at? This is one of my not so favorite models. Let's try and find out what this thing is real quick. Well, do you have a model number? So it's an HP Pavilion G7 1219WM, AMD based, I believe, Radeon graphics, a Windows 7 computer that has been upgraded to 10, running good. And this one has quite a, like 308, 310 gigabytes just in photos. We had an aging mechanical drive, 5400 RPM. We got an SSD put in, and we got to transfer the data back, but this thing is running super hot. Like, it's an AMD A4 chip, so why? It's going to run hot to begin with in the laptop. But if the thermal paste is old, worn out, dried up, it's going to run hotter, so we're going to pull it apart and take a look there to see. 5x5. Do a quick pull apart, check it, reassemble, and see if it runs any, if it feels any cooler. I don't have my laser thermal sensor here, or the temp gun, laser temp gun. How many screws are there? Ouch. Quite a mixture. So we've got 1, 2, 3 short ones, the rest are long. 3 short ones will be across the back. I have this awesome habit of just skipping over screws that are right in front of me. That one's for the Wi-Fi, so we don't need to pop it out. Let's go for the top. Alright. Get ready. Get ready, you little pavilion. We're going to dump you upside down, take all your lunch money. Oh, it's one of those. My friend, what can we do? We need to get under this keyboard. There's no press through on the bottom to remove it anywhere, nowhere that we can poke at it. Let's try and plastic, plastic, plastic. Some of these, the keyboard fits in extremely well. Alright. One down. Let's go for some more. Finally, we got into this dang thing. One. Really? Just one? I'm going to park you to the side. I don't know if we even need that to pop this top cover. Alright, none. If you take a look now we're in the spot for the optical drive. It just comes loose. Optical drive is pulled. Taking one last look for screws that I overlooked that were right in front of me. And we are going to see which door they have open. We may have to continue this. I'm going to get to the store. Before they close. Our store closes at some week time. So that head, wow, that wasn't even plugged in. It was just like sitting there. Perhaps when I tipped it upside down it wiggled out. I don't know. We shall find out. Where are you held? Put you there. Another ribbon cable. Optical drive. Display. Are you up or out? You look like an vertical, not a horizontal clip. Yes, vertical, okay. Alright, we got into this thing fairly easy. We'll take a look here quick and see what our thermal paste looks like and our fan. Oh, this one's going to be undoubtedly welded to the board. Yeah, we're going to have to put heat into this thing. Perhaps. Nope, the adhesive let it loose. They used to use a big monster piece of adhesive, like tough industrial stuff. I actually peeled up one of the layers of a motherboard that I had to replace it because it was stuck, and just trying to get the fan loose to clean it. It was not a good situation. Let's do a real time check. 11:35. Yeah, I'm gonna have to run in to go to the store. So I think we're gonna have to end this, but we'll at least get a resolution on the thermal paste. So, not completely dried up, but yeah, it will come off in clumps versus gooping up. So fairly dry. Not the best cooling system. Potentially it still had a little bit of life left in it. We've got fur growing out of multiple sides of this thing, this fan. So let's take a look at the fan. Now I gotta make a run for the grocery store. Two. Maybe we'll do a second one. Probably not. I think we're gonna finish this here. And come back tomorrow with the temp gun and wrap it up that way so we can see. Okay, so there's most, if not all, of our reason for it running hot, and that would dry out the thermal compound extremely bad. That is, and this is a good example. How, tell me, is that going to, with a laptop fully assembled and you blow compressed air, even with the tiniest pinpoint nozzle, you blow compressed air in from the outside, it's going to blow it back into the fan's going to blow it back out against this unless it jams the fan blades and burns up your fan. Blowing in without disassembly, it may clean it out, but why risk it ruining a fan or having it clog back up instantly, if not at a later date that's not very far away once it's turned back on? Yeah. Sorry, blowing in doesn't fix something that's stuck going out. Not in all circumstances, not in most. I think the proper way is disassembly, but I could be wrong on that. Anyhow, we're going to the grocery store. Thank you, anyone that tuned in. Thank you guys for commenting. Hopefully, some of the stuff was kind of answered. Contact me, Greg. I think that was the name. And we will try and do something about your HP NV23 Recline K110 model, whatever it is. So anyhow, I'm out. We'll update this bucket of mess tomorrow. I don't know how to end the stream. I think it's here. Possibly, yes. Alright. Away we go.